Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Learn Electronics. Today I have an experiment to do here. We are going to compare four switching power supply or called adapters between AC and DC volts. Okay, all of these adapters they are 12 volts. 12 volts with between 2 amps and 3.5 amps the maximum power they can provide. So let's talk about our setup here. Here we have a resistance of 6 ohms to be able to get 2 amps of each one of these adapters, because we have 12 volts, 6 amps, or 6 ohms, we have 2 amps. Here in our scope, we set up the channel 1, use this setup, coupling AC because we want to measure the ripple, probe 1x, and the bandwidth limit of 20 megahertz. Okay, we also have here another multimeter, and here you have your linear power supply. Okay, this is a bench power supply. So let's get the first adapter. This one, everyone is 12 volts. This one is 2 amps. Okay, let's go to connect here, and let's plug here in your setup. We're going to plug here, and this is the ripple. Okay, as you can see, we have 12 volts. Okay, you can see here, and also can see very small here on the scope, and this ripple is roughly 600 millivolts. Okay, 12 volts is the output and the ripple is 600 millivolts. Let's measure another adapter. So let's remove this one. Let's try this one. This also 12 volts and 3.5 amps. So this can provide more watts to your circuit. Let's measure here. And this one is roughly 300, 330. It's changed a little bit, but it's roughly 300 millivolts the ripple. Okay, you have a ripple here. Let's see another one. Let's get this one. This one is 2 amps, the maximum output here. Most of them can deliver more than 2 amps, okay? But this is the factory information. And let's see here the ripple. This ripple is smaller. This one is 140, 145, 140 millivolts. As you can see, it's much smaller than the previous adapters you tested before. Now let's analyze the last one, this one. 12 volts and also 2 amps. Okay, let's plug here and let's plug here. As you can see here, is also very small, 170 millivolts ripple. Okay, it's also a very small ripple. Okay, so just as I ended 12 volts, all of them is 12 volts. Okay, even with 2 amps. Now let's compare our reference. Our reference is this bench power supply. It's a linear power supply, and when I connect here, the fans will turn on. Will be a little bit noise, but no problem, all right? So let's measure here. Okay, we have 12 volts and 1.9 amps. And look, the ripple is less than 10 millivolts. It's like 6, 8 millivolts. But look, even without the power supply, the ripple is roughly 12 millivolts. So I can say that the noise floor of this oscilloscope is not too low. Okay, it's roughly 10 millivolts. So you cannot measure correctly what is the real ripple of this bench power supply, but it's so low that even when you connect, there is no changes here, still the same. So when you do some experiments Remember, some adapters can have a very big ripple, like this one, 600 millivolts. Another adapters 140, 150 millivolts. But a linear power supply is very close to 1, 2, 3 millivolts output of ripple. Okay, so thanks so much for your time. If you like this video, please give us your like, subscribe to the channel. We are going to do more videos, explain some basics about electronics. Thanks so much. See you soon. Bye bye.